Bonjour, dear viewers, and welcome to this segment where we are going to talk about how to prepare the youth for the job market. To shed more light on that, we are very much delighted to be joined here in the studio by Dr. Maha Mahgoub, our human development and resources expert. Good morning, Dr. Maha.
Good morning.
Dr. Maha, can you shed light about the role here of the skills needed for the young people to be active and to be attractive to the labor market and work market?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
A lot of skills are needed for students maybe in the early stage while they are studying in the secondary schools. And if we would like to divide the essential skills, we can divide it into three main skills. First, soft skills, second, hard skills, third, software skills. So first we would like to talk about the students while they are studying during the secondary school. They have to prepare themselves by identifying their career path and objectives, because a lot of students, they cannot determine their career goals, what would you like to be in the future. Therefore, they have to assess their needs, future needs, career path, and then they can work on it. On the other hand, that private sector, education, the Ministry of Education, the families themselves, they have to work together just to know what about the market needs, and then to direct the students into the right university. Then when we talk about the university students, so they have to assess their skills, knowledge and abilities, and what about the career plans, not just to leave it as it is, because they have to prepare themselves before graduation, not after graduation. Yeah.
Yes. Dr. Maha, we have to talk here about the different skills that the young students or the young graduate who will join the labor market should have in order to be more competitive, more attractive to the job market.
Yes, different skills, as I mentioned, that people, I would like to mention something very important. People are hired for their skills, not for the technical skills or experience. So the essential skills or soft skills or life skills are essential. There are some skills are needed for most of graduates, or maybe for most of people. One of them is time management.
Yes.
How to set a proper time management in managing their daily life, and have to have a work-life balance or studying balance with their lives, how to set goals, objectives, how to set priorities. Nowadays we have a lot of technological tools which helps a lot of people to manage their time by setting task management and so on, so that they can determine what about the time waste, so they can invest this waste to learn something new or something like that.
Yes.
Another skills is presentation skills. We are on daily basis, we are using presentation. If you'd like to present an idea, present your knowledge, present yourself, even though in the labor market, if they are going to conduct a job interview, they are going to present themselves.
Yes.
So how to have a good presentation skills, how to have a good manner about the body language, how to have a good speech, and this reflect also the self-confidence. Some people, they have lack of self-confidence,
indeed.
So they cannot express themselves, and those so they have a lack of presentation skills.
Dr. Maha, we have to admit here that there is a difference between nowadays and before.
Yeah.
The world market became very competitive.
Yes.
And even the graduates or the people who are searching for jobs became more skilled, and many of them are skilled.
Yes.
So how to excel in order to be more competitive here during this fierce competition?
Yes.
What are the edges here that we could advise our young students to try to get in order to try to win good opportunities? Because with the artificial intelligence and with all the new technologies, it's not easy anymore.
Yes, the skills are different. For it becomes changeable each 5 years,
Yes.
based on the market needs and technology, economic status, and so on. So, if we talk right now about the needed skills for the time being, it has been changed since coronavirus, and we
Yes.
have been directed into technology to use more technology, using internet, and so on.
Indeed, yes.
So I mentioned now just we have software skills. So using software skills, programming, knowing a lot about artificial intelligence, how to search, what about the most appropriate or needed future jobs. For example, digital marketing using technology. Nowadays, we don't have traditional marketing, just going to the client directly to have market research or something like that, but we are using technology such as social media, search engine optimization, helping other people just to identify their identity by searching by the keyword about the company, so that they can allocate the company directly. Programming, using mobile programming, using other programs. For example, if we are talking about startups, for example,
Yes.
if they have innovative idea, they have technological software or something that using mobile apps or web app or something. So some investors, they are interested to invest in technology.
Indeed.
Another requested job in the future, such as content creator, how to write content for ads or something like that. Marketing itself, it's very important
So,
now.
sorry for interruption here, but Dr. Maha, we can mention here even that the job opportunity somehow differed than before. We are mentioning here new words
Yes.
that maybe 10 years ago or maybe 15 years ago were not very common.
Yes.
We used to see the parents are willing maybe and advising their kids or even the teachers to be doctors, to be engineers. Now we do see innovative students, maybe young entrepreneurs, fintechs, artificial intelligence apps. So are we seeing here real change in the job market as a whole?
Yes, of course, there is a huge change, and some jobs will be disappeared in the future,
Like
and
what?
other jobs will be arise.
Yes.
For example, accounting job. So instead of calculating normal accounting softwares, it will solve all these problems.
Indeed, yes.
The driver. So maybe we can have self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, robotics, instead of dealing with labors. And nowadays we have a shortage in labor's blue collars, but we can find the robotics or robots who can work in factories, and they can hold the same responsibility of human beings. So parents, students, even government, they have to be aware about the current status, the future needs, work needs, or labor market needs. Accordingly, they have to prepare and redirect the students.
That would bring me to ask Dr. Mahgoub, how can we teach the young people here about these modern working skills?
Yes, it's very easy nowadays to learn these skills. Learn how to learn. Learn how to learn. The students learn how to learn, to gain knowledge, how to have a good research. Knowledge nowadays are available on the internet, so they can learn any skills via internet. I have seen that young students, maybe they are 14 or something like that, 14 years, and they are innovative. They invent something by searching and Googling and invent something new. So by searching, by conducting, how to elaborate and how to gain new knowledge and skills via internet and searching, and how to get benefit and to redirect their career plans through gaining new knowledge, experience about the new skills, the new labor market needs, and so on.
Yes. Dr. Mahgoub, how we should teach our young generation here to have self-confidence, to be ready, as you have kindly mentioned, for interviews, for to be able to express themselves properly, which is one of the most important elements of the modern life now and the competitive life that we are witnessing.
Yeah, self-confidence is very important for students or job applicants. So they have to have self-confidence, beliefs in themselves, in their thoughts, in their body, their education, their thoughts. No one is complete.
Yes.
So no matter if they are thin, fat, slim, fat, well educated, not educated,
There are some skills that they
yes,
should
some
develop.
skills. For example, if someone who has a lack of presentation skills, or maybe they are not confident to present speech or something, so I would advise them not to speak loudly or in front of a lot of people, but they can practice talking even though with themselves. It's mirror speaking or mirror presentation. Then when they get self-confident, then they can speak with their colleagues or peers or something like that. So they have to believe in themselves. They have to encourage and enhance their skills and how to improve the skills and to accept themselves as it is, and to know what about the weaknesses and think positive, just to get rid of negativity.
Yes.
And gaining and acquire a lot of positivity, and that I will be able to determine and have goals that I'm confident that I will achieve my goals, and I am capable enough to achieve what I want to do.
Yes. Doctor, there is a very important point here, which is moving in parallel with the job market's needs. So, because sometimes we do have many students or who goes to the medicine school or engineering and school, universities or whatsoever, and maybe the job market is saturated with these professions.
Yes.
So how the young student should be aware of the need here of the job market in order to be more appealing for the market here and to be more competitive and to find a job easily.
Yeah. I would like to highlight something very important.
Yes,
Shall we determine our career based on our graduation grades? Because I got a high grade.
It's not the case, unfortunately.
A high grade in the secondary school, therefore I will be applicable to join faculty of medicine or engineering. So if they believe in engineering field or in medical field, so they have to access and they have high grade. But if they don't like the medical, some people they would like to be a doctor because their father like doctor, and would like to be engineer because their father engineer. But they have to believe in their capabilities, skills. What would you like to be? I would like to mention an example. An engineer just become an engineer because her father and grandfather wanted to.
And they sometimes quit.
Yes, she quit, and then she transferred or changed her career to be a content creator.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like to be? What about your profession? What's your dream job? So I think that will be more productive than just to have a
follow the path.
Yes, follow the
but
path.
Sometimes here, and can we talk about that as well? Sometimes the parents are somehow pushy. They are trying to convince their kids to you have to join the engineering faculty because I have my office that you have to take after me, or you have to follow my career in medicine or whatsoever. So how that could be stressful as well on the young people, and they might not excel because they don't have the same passion maybe or the same interest like the father or the mother here.
Yes, family businesses and parents, they have to recognize that what about the competencies within their children? What about the most appropriate career job that they can prepare for it? It's not important that to be a family business member or to work with their family or just to be a doctor or engineer. They might gain experience in another field, but later on maybe they can join the family business or work with their fathers, or maybe they will be more productive. So we have to assess the skills, the abilities, the career plans. What would you like to be? I think at that time they will be more creative than having traditional jobs such as engineer or something like that. But if their passion with a career job, a good career job opportunity, just a productive one, a good it's a good career job, so or career path, so it will be most successful than have traditional job.
Yes, we do hear a lot now that many of the young people, they do say, no, I don't want to be an employee, even if I'm working for a multinational company.
Yes.
Maybe at a time, 10 years before, the multinational companies were the dream of any young student. Nowadays, no, we do find different terminologies, different, no, I want to be my own boss, I want to have my own startup.
Yeah.
So how do you see this mind change for the young people, and what are here the elements and the skills that the young students here might acquire in order to be a successful entrepreneur or to own his own startup?
Entrepreneurs born as entrepreneurs, they have to have skills born with certain skills which enable them to be entrepreneurs.
Yes, and we did see many successful models here in Egypt. Yes,
they are, even though if they are students, they are generating a lot of ideas. They have career objectives. They are enthusiastic. They are risk taker. These are the skills needed for entrepreneurs who wants to start up their own business. They have vision. What would you like to be in the future? They have a good negotiation skills. They have a leadership. They have planning. They have business planning, or just drafting a short business model or something like that. All of these essential skills will enable them to pass to be a good startup. Later on, maybe they will be successful businessmen and women.
Yes.
So if they have the most skills and characteristics of entrepreneurs, maybe they will be a good business in the future. And most of all businesses maybe represent 90% they were startup.
Yeah. I think there are two keywords here that might be very important for any young entrepreneur or a young person who wants to have his own business, which is to have the passion and to have innovation.
Yes.
So how do you see these two words, and how these two words should be applicable here for any young student here who are thinking of having his own business, and how to gain the proper experience in order to follow the right path and maybe adjust his passion and his innovative ideas in a proper way?
Here in Egypt, if some people or some investors, when they want to invest in something, so they invest in technology or innovation. So if I produce a certain product or provide a certain service without innovation, without adding new service, or without adding a competitive advantage of my product or service, so I will not be competitive in the market. So most of entrepreneurs, they have to have passion, innovative ideas, creativity, presenting new idea, new product, new service, or maybe adding value to the product or service to make them differentiated between other products or service. And the entrepreneurs and startups, so if they have already startups or a new idea or innovative ideas, so they are going to present this idea in the market and then go to sleep. Those they have to develop their business to add value to be competing in the market.
Yeah. Here, how do you see the importance of joining an incubator, maybe, or in order to have a proper path and gain some experience and some teaching techniques? for the people who want to have their own startups or who did have startups?
A lot of entities, ministries, universities, they have incubations and
Indeed.
incubators and accelerations for those people, for startups who want to accelerate their business.
Indeed,
If they
indeed.
have a clear business idea and they would like to grow, so maybe they incubate their idea for a while, for maybe 6 months or
Yes.
1 year or something like that, providing them technical services, maybe financial support, helping them to establish their own documentations, commercial registration, tax, helping them to have more exhibitions, to link them with investors.
And we do see a lot of exhibitions here in Egypt for these fields in
attracting,
particular.
of course, that will be reflecting the investment here in Egypt. And I would like to highlight something very important. Here in Egypt, we have a brilliant, innovative and researchers, which we would like to link or matchmaking between these young entrepreneurs or innovators with investors instead of.
I do believe that, Dr. Maha, many of these incubators, they do have angel investors.
Yes, either angel investors or something, and some. By the way, some startups, okay, they have certain goals. If they have a business plan, they said that it's okay. In 5 years, I'm going to promote my business, and then attract angel investors or someone who acquire my business, and then I'll get out of the market after 5 years. So they have a predetermined plan before starting up their business, and it's, of course, it's successful because they have plan. It's not just, let's say, let's go at it.
At the moment, I do believe that we have to have a plan, a proper plan, in order to be competitive in this very fierce market.
Yes.
Indeed, Dr. Maha Mahgoub, Human Development and Resources Expert, thank you so much for your precious input and for being our guest today, Dr. Maha. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Our dear viewers, with that, we come to the end of this segment in The Breakfast Show, and now I will leave you with my dear colleague Amal Mukhtar, and she will be shedding light about the visit by the Uzbek president to Egypt, as well as the illumination of the sun for the statue of King Ramses II.